Hi, this is Henry Winkler.
Hi, this is David K. Harbour.
Hey, Debbie Gibson here.
Hi, this is Chaz Palminteri, and you're listening to Marta on the Move. You better listen.
I'm your host, Marta Mazzoni. Join us as we connect culturally through food, drink, travel, and entertainment.
Hey guys, welcome back to Marta on the Move. Today I bring with me to the show none other than TLC's Trading Spaces, Paige Davis. Hey! Welcome to the show.
I think you want me to give you design ideas, but I can't do that.
Oh no, you're
I
fine.
can't. I'm not under surveillance. I won't be shot or anything. I'm allowed to give you design advice. I just don't. It's not like a secret or anything. I can tell you, but then I have to kill you. But I don't know if I have any.
I don't believe that. I don't believe that.
Because I was on Trading Spaces, but I was the host. And I just escorted the experts through to the homeowners. I was really more identifying with the homeowners who were not the experts. And in fact, when the producers would tell the designers that they had to give me a project, the designers would pitch fits because I ruined everything I ever tried to do for them.
So wait a minute. So that was one of my questions about Trading Spaces, was if you coming to the show, if you had any sort of experience with DIY projects.
Zip. And
really?
I don't like DIY either. I love interior design and I love decorating and I love design and I appreciate it very much. And I can usually tell the difference between good design and poor design, not just necessarily different tastes or good taste over bad taste or my taste over someone else's taste.
Okay.
That's all subjective. But good design over, I can usually spot and understand. But I don't really have that talent myself. My mom, one of her greatest passions is interior design. And in fact, she'd gone to school for it and considered maybe pursuing a career or something like that. And that's not what happened for her, but she did study it. And I remember being a young girl and kind of getting, watching her go through the motions in our homes. Like every time we moved, making her husbands, she was married a few times, but making them do different projects around the house with her. Like, the honey-do list was pretty extensive when it came to my mom because she had a lot of vision and a lot of dreams and, wanted them to come to fruition. And she was very into the idea of being able to do it yourself or her husband's being able to help her do it. So I watched her do it and I loved her passion and I had an eye for it. And I remember going to fabric stores with her and textile stores with her and picking things out and watching her paint and create on walls and do different things that were less expensive and still really incredibly creative. So I love that stuff, but I don't really want to do that stuff myself. I'm a dancer.
How did you end up getting the gig for Trading Spaces then?
I have a really, really close friend. Her name is Risa Saslow, and she's one of my best friends. And way back when, over 20 years ago, she was working at Banyan Productions, which is the production company that made Trading Spaces. She knew they were looking for a host for Trading Spaces, in fact, to replace the original host. So I'd heard of the show. I knew the show existed. I was aware of the neighbors swapping. I was aware that it was a decorating show of some kind.
It was a British show, right?
It was originally a show. It's based on a show called Changing Rooms.
Changing Rooms, yeah.
But it had aired on daytime television on TLC for a year. But it aired at the same time as Oprah. So although I'd seen commercials for it a lot when I was watching TLC, I'd never actually seen the show itself. But I knew what it was. And she did not work for Trading Spaces. She did other shows for them. Like she produced A Wedding Story and it eventually produced ours. And she also produced, I think, A Makeover Story. She did makeover. You remember those?
Yeah.
Makeover Story, Dating Story, Wedding Story, Baby Story.
Yep.
So she'd
and
heard
they felt so authentic.
They were.
That's so much
reality television really was reality television back then. And she'd heard the water cooler talk. They'd be looking for a new host. And she called screaming into my answering machine. Hello, answering machines. That's how long ago this was. And she was like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. They're looking for a host for the show and you are perfect for it. And I called her back and I'm like, well, I've never done TV. I've never hosted anything and I don't have a background in interior design. So how exactly am I perfect for this show? She was like, I just know it. And she just pushed me and pushed me and pushed me. She was relentless, trying to get me an audition. One, to get me to push for one. And two, she was going to the executive producer, who was a friend of hers, a dear friend of hers, and saying, you've got to see this girl, my friend. And the EP, her name was Denise Cramsey, and bless her, she's since passed away, but she was like, oh, great, you have a friend. Awesome. And she's like, no, you don't understand. Like, what if her agent called? And Denise was like, she has an agent? And she's like, she's in the business. I told you she's in the business. She does theater. You have to see her. And still nothing. Nothing. I ended up.
No calls, no.
Nothing.
Did you audition at this point, or was it like
nothing? And I ended up calling the general manager of TLC. Her name was Jana Bennett. And I left her a message for her on her voicemail saying, you know, hey, you know, I understand that my resume doesn't reflect television experience, but please understand that I have, you know, back then already 17 years of experience in the business. Mm-hmm. And I really believe that my training in improv and my background in theater is ideally suited to what I understand is an unscripted show. And I would just like a chance to be seen. So, because it's like, how do you get an audition for TV if you have to have TV to get an audition? And it's like, I wasn't trying to audition for NBC's fall lineup.
Yeah.
You know, I was just trying to audition for a pissant cable network called TLC that really wasn't even on the map yet. I mean, just like, I mean, really, like,
yeah, no, it's true.
How do you start in anything if you can't even be given a shot to just get your foot in the door? And at a certain point, I think it became the Achilles heel of like, well, I'm gonna get an audition. Like, I never thought I would book it by any stretch of the imagination, never in a million years. But I just thought, really, like, you're not even gonna let me show up? Like, that's kind of rude.
Yeah, that's
like, especially when I'm clearly like really asking, like I'm really pushing, you know. So, any hoodle, I went down. I was told I could come down to Philadelphia because that's where Banyan Productions was. Okay. And they would see me at the end if there was time.
Awesome. So you would come there.
I went down there. I took the train from New York to Philly, and I got there about halfway through the day. You know, I didn't get there at 8 a.m. like an idiot, but you know, I got there like after lunchtime, mm-hmm. and I just waited. And I could tell right away that the executive producer, who was from TLC, not Banyan Productions, but from TLC, I could tell that he'd taken quite an interest in me right away. And I still didn't think that actually meant anything. I just thought it would mean, oh, he'll give me a shot.
Yeah,
it was true, because they'd come to the end of the day, they'd packed up all the equipment, and he said, you haven't seen this lady. And Denise said, we're already we're over time, we're past due. We're into overtime with the crew. And he said, I'll pay it.
Oh, wow.
I want you to put her on tape.
You had like a little fairy godfather.
Yeah. Yeah. So, and then I after I auditioned, it became clear that something changed in the room. And I thought, oh, that went well. I still didn't think I would get it, but I thought that went well. And
what did you do for the audition? Was it just a very?
I had to do a lot of pretend stuff. So that is where here's what's so friggin' sad is I really haven't kept up my improv skills in the way that I should have. I trained for 3 years in improv, but my God, that was 25 years ago. So I really haven't kept up my skills, but it really came in handy because I just had to pretend that I was doing this stuff. Like, we were in a home. I don't know whose home, probably somebody who worked at Banyan Productions. I don't know. And I had to pretend that I was opening the show. So I had to like kind of write that on my own. Like, hi, I'm, I'm Paige Davis. Welcome to Trading Spaces. Today we have Natalie and Tim, and they're going to be trading with so-and-so and so-and-so. She hates purple, but what will happen to her? You know, like I don't know. I just made it up. And then I had to, Ty Pennington was there, and he was auditioning with all the women. Mm-hmm. And they had this fireplace mantle, and he was pretending to work on the fireplace mantle. And I had to go in, like kind of walk into scene and be like, hey, what you doing with this fireplace mantle? And then improv with him. And he was wonderful. His imagination is so just splendiferous that it's very easy to improv with him. And he was definitely the right person to have auditioning with all these women, because he can be so free and go with the flow and do anything, you know. And then I had to, they had some PAs who pretended to be neighbors essentially. And I had to escort them into a room with their eyes closed and say, open your eyes, and then just kind of like improv what they were seeing. And they had to improv too. I mean, they had to pretend like, and if they were like, what are those curtains? I'd be like, oh, the curtains, right? Like I had to like go with that, like whatever they said I had to do. And so it was pretty fun, actually. I mean, a little scary because you're auditioning and you're being judged, but it was basically fun. And then I left, and I actually rode the train back to New York with Ty Pennington, and he said, oh, you're totally going to get it. I was like, you don't understand. I'm not going to get it. I'm really happy that I made a good impression. And I think that if I ever want to audition for TLC or any Discovery networks, because they have their Discovery umbrella, right? Umbrella. It won't be like blood under my fingernails clawing my way into the audition, right? So I felt that was a real win for me. And I was really happy. And sure enough, I didn't get it. And they proceeded to audition like another 50 some odd women. And
you didn't get it. I didn't know that.
I didn't get it. And they went on to audition many more women, a lot more women. And it turns out that Jana Bennett, who, to her credit, I think she may have been the only one who actually knew what she was sitting on. And she didn't want to risk it to someone with no experience. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She kept refusing to hire me, and everybody else at Banyan and at TLC who had been at the audition kept refusing to hire anybody else.
Ooh, what a stalemate.
They basically wore her down. Stephen Schwartz, who is the wonderful EP from Trading Spaces, who really believed in me and thought that I was the right choice, he actually brought me up to Westchester, his house in Westchester. And I'm not looking at you. I'm forced quitting my mail, so we don't keep dings.
I get it. I had a ding earlier. I'm like, oh, crap.
And he did like a callback situation. Like he hired out of his own pocket a cameraman, a sound guy, a grip. He forced his in-laws, who happened to be visiting at the time, pretend to be neighbors. And we did a whole new thing where open your eyes. And he made his in-laws be neighbors. And he turned in that tape. And Jana Bennett said, I liked the first tape. I didn't need it. She's adorable. I get it. But how do I know she can handle an entire series? So they just finally just wore her down. And she said, okay, I'll give her a chance. But I was guaranteed 8 episodes of pay, not 8 episodes to air.
Oh, okay. So just a trial,
Mm-hmm.
just to see how they turn out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I remember getting a call from Denise. We were shooting our 8th episode, and we were in Boston, and she said, this was like literally right before 9/11, like right before. And I remember she said, we need to book your travel for the next city. And I said, well, Denise, I haven't heard yet if I'm going on to the next city. She's like, what are you talking about? I said, well, this is the 8th episode. I've not been told whether I'm picked up for future episodes or not. And she's like, well, of course I'll call you back. And I was like, oh my God, there's actually a question. There's really a question.
Oh my God.
I mean, I never sweat. So, I mean, boy, did I sweat bullets for that hour. It was an hour And she finally called me back and she was like, let's book that travel, girl. So.
Oh my goodness.
And the rest is history. Yeah.
What a magical story. And the cool thing about Trading Spaces was that it definitely paved the way for all of these shows that you see. And they're kind of like a dime a dozen, you know?
It changed the landscape of television. It's funny, I didn't mean to bring up 9/11, but I think it comes up for me a lot because I do think one of the things that is of the countless lightnings in a bottle that made Trading Spaces be kind of the cultural phenomenon that it was. Everyone started nesting. You know, no one was traveling. Everyone was bringing their families in tight. You know, that terrorist attack really changed our country. I wish it had changed us a little more permanently, actually. But at the time, we were so bonded and so close, and families were just like really nesting. It was the boom of Home Depot. It was the boom of Lowe's. It was the, boom of DIY. And Trading Spaces kind of came at that exact same time. And it was the first time that a decorating show or design show or how-to show it wasn't the experts only doing it, like a Bob Vila or a Martha Stewart. It put the tools in the hands of the homeowner. And if Susie down the block could do it, maybe I could do it, and that coinciding with wanting to nest, I think really was a big part of buoying the success. Everybody wanting to stay home. Plus it was a family show. People wanted to sit with their families. It was a show you could watch with your kids and not be embarrassed. It was a show your kids could watch with you and not be mortified.
What an interesting way to kind of look at that, because I mean, we're in that once again.
Yeah.
We're here once again. And it's one of the reasons when I was talking with Patrick last week, I was like, I want to have Paige on because this is the time where everybody has like a billion projects because they have nothing else to do. They're like, I'm finally going to tackle that corner that's been sitting and they are nesting.
Yeah. And you know what? And I think people are tackling projects. I think it's important, look, I've seen every meme we all have. The memes that are like, Shakespeare wrote King Lear during the plague. What's your problem? And I've seen the memes that say, be gentle on yourself. You don't have to solve the world's problems, sitting at home today. And I think having, I don't know if it's because I'm a Libra, but I see both sides of that. And I think it's important that on any given day or frankly minute or week, you just ride it out. And when you feel a burst of productivity, go for it. And if you don't.
I forgot you were a Libra. Yes, I am also.
I am. And I always see both sides to everything. It's not good.
No, I know it's not. We
horrible.
are in a situation that people don't understand. We see the flip side of every coin, and we try and balance everyone else.
It's exhausting. It is absolutely mind-blowingly exhausting. I say all the time, like, Patrick is frustrated with me. I'm like, it's no picnic in here for me either. I'll trade you any day.
Yep. Yeah, people don't get it. And I'm sure other signs have their quirks, but, Libras. Oof.
That's ours, yeah.
I know. Well, so what have you been, I know you're back in New York.
I haven't really done a whole lot.
Have you been dancing at least?
I've been trying. I think I could probably dance a little easier here. We were in Avalon.
Okay.
If people follow your podcast, you probably heard from Patrick. We were social distancing and quarantining and holing up
works.
Down in Avalon, New Jersey, which is down the shore. So like south of Atlantic City, south of Ocean City.
Okay.
And, in the winter, that's where my parents live, and it's like empty down there. So it was a very safe place to be. And in fact, Patrick had thought of this a long time ago when bird flu was happening. And then even with 9/11 and terrorist attacks, like, we should have a plan in place where we go to your parents' house in Avalon, because it's nowhere,
He was talking about that. I couldn't believe that he had a bug out bag. Straight up.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like
I don't know how
land.
I don't know how complete that bag is, but he did have the masks. He did have the masks. We do have crank flashlights. He did buy Tamiflu, which I'm not sure if it's expired or not, but I think a lot of stuff is still good even after it's expired. I would take
the
it.
Suggested Best Buy.
What?
It's a suggested Best Buy date.
Yes, right. And we had gloves, and which I've found aren't really as necessary, actually, because once you contaminate the glove, you still got to wash the glove.
I tell everyone this.
I think gloves can come in handy, and I think we have them. And I mean, I think I'm glad we have them, but I don't. Initially, I was using them, and then I realized, oh, this is just ecologically irresponsible because these aren't helping me. If they were actually helping, I would do it. I would protect myself, but they're not. So I've stopped using them, and sometimes I just maybe carry them with me in case something comes up where I'm like, oh, really glad I have these gloves, but I don't use them.
Honestly, I work like full-time job. I work in food service distribution. Like my family owns a food service distributor. So I've been dealing with all the restaurants. Mm-hmm. Gloves are not going to be a thing because they're running out. They can't manufacture them fast enough.
And they're not.
Just wash your hands.
Just wash your hands.
Just wash your hands.
That's the really important thing. So, I mean, it's good. Now I would have a little more space to dance, I think. Here, I've got a little bit bigger space in this front room where I wouldn't like kick something. So here I might be able to, but I have been working out. Oddly, there's more room to work out than
I was going to ask you about that because I know, it's probably a Libra thing, honestly. But when this all started, when I wasn't working out as often as I started to have the dip in my mental clarity. And I know that you are like that, very much like that.
Well, and I really worry about my weight, probably way more than anybody should. I definitely worry about what my body looks like. Maybe not more than anybody should, but potentially it's just, this business is really hard, Marta. Yeah. It's just really, really hard. And it's no joke. The camera adds 10 pounds. And when I am around people in television, I notice that I'm pretty mammoth, and I'm a really decent size. Like I'm in great shape. That's what I'm saying. I'm in great shape. My body is awesome. But when I go to Los Angeles, I'm telling you, Marta, when I go to Los Angeles, I am literally 3 times the size of these girls.
Who cares?
I care because I want to book work, Marta.
Yes, but you're beautiful. You're beautiful just the way you are.
And that's very lovely, but it messes with your head. And
I love that we're having a Libra session right now, but you are beautiful because
it's very difficult as a dancer as well. You want to have certain lines. You want to look a certain way. I definitely also stay very fit so that I can dance to the best of my ability. So that's a big part of it too. And that's not irrational, and that's not silly. So, it's all of it, it's all of it. So if I'm not working out, it can start to mess with my mind on a whole lot of levels. 1, you're not getting the endorphins.
No.
2, you're feeling shame.
Yeah.
3, you're feeling ugly.
Yeah.
Exercise is really important, and people should exercise to their ability, and nobody should compare themselves with anybody else in a healthy world. I'm not suggesting that what
absolutely
I think or what I feel is best suited to anyone.
Yeah.
So grateful to the fitness gurus and people who have been offering their services for free.
Yeah,
a lot of them will say, okay, well, if you want to do this extended class, it's like, $10 or whatever. You join this Zoom, and that's cool too. I think that's great. But everybody's also doing a lot of real generosity, like real generous giving of spirit to keep people healthy and motivated. And I'm really moved by that.
Yeah, I agree with you. And it was funny because I was thinking about that a lot before we recorded, and knowing the way that you are and the way that I am, I was thinking of you guys in New York, and I was trying to find a fun way to cheer you up. So with the help of some friends, I wanted, and I knew you probably can't see your friends a lot, so I wanted to bring on some of your friends in a little game, because I also know you like games. So, Rodney definitely helped me set this up, and yeah, we wanted to bring on some of your friends for a little Two Truths and a Lie. You were probably wondering why I texted you to text me Two Truths and a Lie.
Yeah, Patrick was like, oh, I didn't have to do that.
That's mad. So these guys were so quick to get back and get back. They were lightning fast. Hello, everybody.
Hi, Marta.
Hi, Paige.
Hi, Paige.
I'm living for this silver streak you've got right now.
Oh,
Isn't it
it's
beautiful?
streak.
No, it's
Streak my
fabulous.
ass. It's my whole head. Oh, can I say that?
Oh, yeah, you're fine.
Fabulous. It's
I
fabulous.
think it's totally fabulous. You're like Rogue from the X-Men.
Yeah, Diana was. She's got.
Diana's like
Very
copycat.
Anne Bancroft. So we.
Am I the only one here with a drink?
Oh no, I have
I
a
think
drink.
you are.
Okay.
Diana's got one.
Okay, all right. Cheers, everybody.
Chin chin. Cheers. So Paige, I know you're a fan of games, just like me. So I had each of your close friends do Two Truths and a Lie. I'm excited just reading, because I've gotten to read all of your answers. I'm so pumped to see which are real and which are not.
Okay.
Ben?
So I'm doing mine, right?
Yes.
Okay, great.
So I shouldn't respond until everybody's had a chance, right?
Well, Paige, you're the only person that's going to respond to, we can guess, but you're the only person that's going to respond to your friends' ones to see which one you think is the lie.
Oh, they have 3 too.
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm on the spot. Oh, okay. I just got it. Oh no.
I just have to ask, Stuart, are you in a bistro?
Are you on a beach?
Are you
I
in
mean, come
are you
on.
in a cafe, or is that your kitchen?
I know, it looks like a tiki hut.
That's our kitchen.
Oh my God.
I should come and cook in your house.
Yeah, right?
Anytime, Lisa, anytime. It's just,
Lisa's a caterer, Marta,
Oh,
I
and
just,
a cook, and a home
and-
private chef.
an all-around fabulous person. No, I had to use this as the background because it's like one of the few spaces in the new apartment that's been finished. So
Well, it's absolutely glorious. And Paige, you have many books.
thank you.
Okay, all right,
here we
then
go.
you go first. I'm so scared. Oh my God.
Three things about me. One of them is a lie. All right. First, when I was a kid, some new neighbors moved in, and I befriended the kid who lived there. And I told him that everybody called me Zim, which stood for Zimbabwe Ben, because I thought that was really cool, and I wanted him to call me Zim. And then eventually he called me Zim in front of people who knew me, and they're like, why is he calling you Zim? So that's one.
Okay.
I'm deranged. I once played a singing Captain America at a children's birthday party, and I had to sing God Bless America and Hero by Enrique Iglesias. And this was after I had been in 3 Broadway shows.
Okay.
And finally, Paige, I once screamed fuck at the top of my lungs in the middle of an audition for a Broadway show because my pants ripped in the crotch. And I was surprised to find that I did not get kept past that round.
I am going to.
One of these is a lie.
I'm gonna say.
I can't verify until you make your choice.
Oh,
that was a good test, though.
And
She's like waiting. She's like,
which is like the other two are so random that it's either, I think they're both true. It's just which one is true for you. I have a feeling one of them is true for somebody you know because it's too specific. So I just don't know which one is true for you.
Make your choice.
So I'm going to say the Captain America one is true for you.
Okay.
So
Marta,
that
when do I reveal my truth?
so that means which one is the lie? That's the
I'm going to
first
say
one.
the Zimbabwe one is the lie. The Zimbabwe one is it?
Paige, the lie is Captain America.
Damn it! I was so close.
And I don't know anybody who that's happened to. I completely made it up, but I kind of based it around the fact that I once had to go to Long Island to be Santa Claus at a Christmas party at somebody's house, and it was a nightmare from hell.
Okay, copy that.
Awful. Well done, though. Well done on the delivery was perfect. All right, Diana, you are up next, my dear.
This will be short and sweet. As the non-performer in the group, with super boring truths and lie, I have shot a hole in one. I have been in the Village Halloween Parade, and I have seen the Aurora Borealis.
Any way you slice it, you live a very full life.
There you go.
Was slice it a golf pun?
Oh.
Oh,
Sports.
God. Between, okay, this is another thing. Diana and Stuart and my mother are like queens of the pun. And yes, I just called you a queen. Oh, God, I don't know. I don't know if you've seen the Aurora Borealis. I'm not sure. If you told me, I forgot. So I will say that's the lie.
That is not the lie.
Then it's the hole in one is the lie.
Incorrect.
How could you have not been in the Halloween parade?
I'm a spectator.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that
Okay,
was a good one.
But that was good.
I've never seen the Aurora
I'm
Borealis.
just 0 for 2.
Wisconsin in the summer.
Oh,
Hey, I lived in Wisconsin for 6 years and I never saw the Aurora
It
Borealis.
was a little before all this pollution. I'm not saying how long ago.
all right, let's go with Stuart.
Okay.
Make us an omelet.
Okay. Yes. Yeah. All right. Here are my 3 things. 2 are true, 1 is a lie. I have flown on the trapeze without a net. Number 2, my associate's degree in junior college was in architecture. And number 3, I once owned a Burmese python named Mercutio.
God, these are really hard.
Ben and I have our opinions about this one.
We do. We talked about it. But for the record, I just need for this Python thing to be true. For me.
If not, he's going to make it true.
Yep.
Okay, so trapeze without a net, the python named Mercutio, and degree in architecture. Oh God, I don't know.
Junior college degree.
Like Patrick said, my lie should be I kissed Matt LeBlanc, when the truth is I kissed Matthew Perry. I'm like, that's not
tricky.
I know, right? Okay, I'm gonna say you haven't flown on the trapeze without a net.
Yes, I have.
Ah. God, I'm losing everything.
It better not be that snake.
Did you make
Well,
up the
I know
snake?
how much you love architecture. It's one of your favorite things in the world, but I didn't know you had any kind of degree in it. Is that true too?
What's your guess?
Well, I'm asking. I'm saying, so is that true? I don't know the answer. I have no idea.
The architecture degree is a lie.
Okay, that's what I wondered. So that means that Bendy wins because he was desperate for the snake to be true.
The snake is real.
The snake Mercutio lives. The
Marta, I'm
life
so
is
happy.
real.
Yeah, where is Mercutio?
You don't know how old Stuart is. Mercutio died long ago.
Yeah, true. Yeah, he probably did. Well, I don't know. I had to rehome him. It was just like, this was in college. So.
Oh, how did you come across Mercutio in the first place?
I bought him. I found him at a pet store, and I had to have him.
How long was Mercutio?
Oh my
Ben, I think we need our own Zoom meeting.
I know. I was going to say, I was like,
I think there's a special lens for that.
this is great.
We'll
All right,
talk later.
Lisa.
All right. 2 truths and a lie. I was once a contestant on The Price is Right, and I won. I once cooked for Yoko Ono. I once gave mouth-to-mouth resuscitation to a litter of newborn puppies. Which is the lie?
I love these.
I hope none of them.
I hope
know,
none of
right?
them lies. Yeah.
I want them all to be true.
Oh my freaking! I don't know. I'm gonna say the lie is the mouth to mouth of the puppies. Oh no, you grew up in Missouri.
There are so many puppies there.
Required.
They give mouth to mouth.
That's such like a Midwest thing, you know, like like city girls don't give mouth to mouth to puppies, right?
That was amazing.
Well, Missouri girls would.
They all got the puppies.
Let's see. Puppies, Price is Right, Yoko Ono. I'm going to say you have not cooked for Yoko Ono.
I have.
Oh, have you not been on The Price is Right?
No, I've been on Taboo.
Oh,
Right was the lie.
One of those sweet.
Oh,
I came really close to saying that you weren't on The Price is Right, but I thought that was like, if I could have been, then you could have been. So
No.
How did you cook for Yoko Ono?
I assisted a chef who was doing a dinner party there in the Dakotas. And apparently, if you're having a dinner party, Yoko's on the list. Like, literally, she kind of just hops from apartment to apartment. And there, it's kind of like the given. It's like, oh, yeah, Yoko's coming. Yoko's on the way. And I'm just like, you're kidding. I was in the kitchen the whole time. I never once went out on the floor and got to see her. So it's not like I really was like, but we made her lamb chops. And there was some mint sauce that night. This was literally like 12 years ago, but yeah, super cool.
Sounds good.
okay, here's mine. Wait,
Yeah.
Marta, do you have some?
No, I don't have some. I just wanted to I wanted you to have retribution because I put you on the spot. So now you guys, they didn't know, Paige, that you have 2 truths and a lie.
So wait, Marta.
I forget what they are.
So what you guys are going to do.
Yeah, how do we do this? What's the rule?
Okay, so keep your guesses silent and just just remember them in your head or grab a little piece of paper and write down which one each person thinks is Paige's lie.
It'll be like Jeopardy, and you have to hold it up.
Hilarious.
Does everybody have paper?
I do. I'm joining this one actually.
And a Sharpie.
You can
my fans would not know these, but I think you guys would know these. I never travel without my lavender sleep pillow. I was a go-go dancer in Prince's nightclub, Glam Slam, and I am adopted.
I believe the last one is a lie.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
That's my guess. I could totally see you go dancing at Prince's nightclub. And the first
Glasses to make sure I can see you guys.
And I could imagine you travel with a lavender pillow for sure. Absolutely. Because you probably don't sleep well on planes.
pretty convincing, I think.
Is it time? Do you guys have all yours? Diana looks like she's still thinking.
I was just on vacation with her and I didn't see a lavender sleep pillow, but I wasn't looking for it either. I'm going with lavender sleep pillow.
Okay. Oh, wow. Oh, everybody's different.
I'm going go Prince.
Go dancer.
Lavender sleep pillow.
Well, mine is obviously wrong.
What did you put?
I thought the last one, I didn't know you were adopted.
I am technically adopted. My mother divorced my biological father, and when she remarried, he adopted me, and that is how I became Davis.
Oh, that's nice.
So no, I'm not adopted in the traditional sense. That's why it was so tricky.
Okay, so the lavender pillow. Wait, what did everybody say? Stuart,
go dancer.
Lavender pillow.
Lavender pillow.
Go dancer.
Go dancer.
Lavender pillow is the lie.
Really?
Now we need the story about you go-go dancing at
Yeah,
Princess
is there
Love.
footage? Is there a photo?
Well, first of all, Diana would have to have known that the lavender sleep pillow was a lie because I cannot
Stolen it.
stand lavender. I
How did you like
Lavender.
aromas?
Whoa.
and this is the thing, like my friends all know that I hate all the things everybody loves. I hate lavender. I hate rosemary.
Black
I
pepper.
hate black pepper.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, those
Kind
three
of
things especially I detest.
Whoa.
Yeah,
It's
pretty funny. And then the adopted thing I told you was splitting hairs is a technicality, but it is technically true. I am legally adopted. And I was a go-go dancer at Glam Slam for a long time. Downtown,
old
it
were
doesn't
you?
exist anymore. Glam Slam doesn't exist anymore, but Prince owned it.
Was
And
this
it
in
was
Minneapolis?
it's a nightclub in LA,
In
downtown
LA.
LA. When downtown LA was sketchy.
Edie.
Are there any photos of this?
Yeah, I don't see any photo. I would have looked.
This
I
was
would've-
like in 1990. Let me think for a second. If I graduated school in
It was
91,
before cell phones.
it would have had to have been like
Yeah, right.
92, 93 probably.
Aren't some of us thankful we lived a lot of our life before everyone had a cell phone in their pocket?
Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely.
But he used to watch me from the, he'd pull back a curtain. He had like a room that was up high. And whenever I was dancing, he was always watching. I was told all the time, he watches you. I thought that meant something. It meant absolutely nothing. I mean, it meant something. I guess he liked the way I danced, but it never turned into being any kind of offer to like join his concert or be on, get a job or anything other than go-go dancing.
I just have the image of that Dave Chappelle. like watching. Oh my God. Oh wow. Well,
And you danced for the Beach Boys, right?
Yeah. That's why I thought the go-go was the lie, because you're done the beach.
Oh yeah, no.
But it stemmed from that.
Yeah, I was
They're
a
different
dancer for the
artists.
Beach Boys. What?
Try to get him to change the title of Purple Rain.
The Lavender Rain.
Hatred of the color.
Lavender Rain. Lavender Rain sounds amazing.
Sounds like a bath bomb.
It does sound like a bath ball. Paige is gonna get nothing but lavender bath balls like mailed to her.
I know.
Well, thank you guys for coming on.
You guys are absolutely the best. I love you so much.
Love you.
Love you,
All right,
Paige.
this was super fun. Enjoy
Bye,
everybody.
guys.
Bye.
Yeah, they were. So let me tell you how fast your friends were like, hey, we're ready. We're doing it. We're like, yep. But it was like this, bing, bing, bing. And I have to thank Rod, because I messaged him.
Well, I'm so surprised he wasn't one of the friends. I just assumed it was going to be Rod and Donna, and then all of a sudden they popped up and really.
I offered. I said, hey, are you gonna come on? And he's like, no, because these are, she's gonna love that it's these four people. And he's like, you've already met all of them anyways, and it'll be great. And I'm like, all right. So yeah, super fun.
That was such a gift. Thank you so much.
Good. I'm happy. I know social distancing is hard. But tell me something you're excited about. Could be anything. Could be your dinner.
Well, we have a busy day today. And so I've been, cooking a lot since we've been home. But last night as I was falling asleep, I was thinking about how it's going to be a busy day today. And I thought, maybe we'll order pizza, which would be a big deal for me because I'm not supposed to have gluten or dairy. But I thought maybe this would be the day.
This is the day. Do you have a specific spot? Is there like?
Well, and I would like to order from a place we never have ordered from, but I had gotten a slice of this pizza a long time ago, and I realized, like, where has this been all my life? And I have a friend who lives around the corner from it, and I mentioned something to him about, like, have you ever had pizza from this Saul and Carmine's? And he was like, oh my God, it's the greatest pizza that's ever existed. I was like, yeah, it is. So I was thinking maybe we'd order from there. But it's a little tricky right now because it's only pickup from them. but it's not far. I mean, it's easily walkable. It's just, you wonder, does it stay hot if it's not in that insulated thing on, you know?
You might have to just,
guys, they bring it in the insulated thing on their bike and they get it to you real fast and still hot. If I got to walk up, 5 blocks and then walk back, it might not be so hot when I get back.
not going to be hot, but still might be good.
Who's to say it'll make it all the way home? I might just eat that shit out of the
I
box.
was going to say. It's not going to make it all the way home.
I'm going to make it out.
Not even a little bit. Oh my goodness. Well, thank you so much for coming on the show. This was awesome. I'm so happy to see your face, and I can't wait till we can dance again.
Oh, I know. That was really fun.
Yeah.
I just want to say, I know this is, well, I guess I don't mean to end on a morbid note, but we were talking about trading spaces, and I just would be so remiss if I didn't mention Frank. That's been really hard. This whole, I'm excited. You know what I'm excited about? I'm excited to be safe, but for when it is safe for us all to be together again, because, I lost my uncle to COVID.
I heard.
And my he's really he was my first father. My uncle and my aunt are like another set of parents to me. And I lived with them when I was a little girl, and I loved them so much. And he was old, it's true, but it meant losing him without being able to say goodbye, without being able to be by his side, hold his hand. So I didn't get to be there for him, for me, and I didn't get to be there for him. And that was really difficult. And then losing Frank, that's another tragedy. He didn't die of COVID, but he died way too young. But now we can't gather to celebrate him. So, it's not about just being able to be together again with your friends or be able to go to a restaurant again. What I'm really looking forward to is the chance to have real connections, because you underestimate the importance of those traditions and those touchstones and those needs. And I think that it's having a really profound effect on my psyche, not just to not see my friends, but to not go through the things that are really important in life's passages,
It's definitely a time to reassess and think about what the most important things are. Part of it is good in that way, that you get that clarity and you kind of, like you said, that touch point of even inside yourself of oh, okay, you know what? I was go, 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 go. And now this is forcing all of us to just.
Yeah, absolutely. And if we can treat it like that, we'll come out a lot better on the other side, for sure. For those of us who have the luxury of treating it that way, it I think is beneficial to put yourself in that mindset. Not everybody has that luxury, but if you do and can, I think it's valuable.
Yeah, it is.
You are valuable.
You too.
Thank you for my surprise. That was everything. I love you so much, and I'm going to thank Rod right now.
Thank you guys for joining the show. Find Paige at Real Paige Davis and Paige Davis. Not the Real Paige Davis.
On Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at Real Paige Davis.
At Real Paige Davis. And I'm on Marta on the Move, Twitter at I Can't Find Marta.
Yahoo!
Yahoo!